Hey guys, John here with RealTruck.com, and today I want to show you how to install the Extang Tuff tonneau on this 2016 Ram. Alright guys, we've got our Tuff tonneau out of the box, and you can see here that it comes with everything we need to get this together and install it onto the truck. It comes with all of our side rails for the framework, our bows. Also we have all of our clamps for the different aspects of putting this together that we're going to need. We have some snaps here, and we have bulkhead seal, and of course the cover itself, the instruction sheet. And here's something really cool, guys. The only tool you need to put this together, right? So let's get this onto the truck. Okay, so one of the things we have to look at with our truck is if it has bed rail caps on it, and if it does, you can see there's an obvious height difference between the top of your bulkhead here to the top of your bed rail cap. So we're going to add in the bulkhead seal, and that's going to take up that space in there and help this to seal really good. So one of the things we're going to do then is just start right up here against the bed rail cap and just run right along the top edge of the bulkhead. And when we get to the other side, there'll be some left over, no big deal, just cut it off even with the bed rail cap, and you're good to go. So we'll get this on here, and then I'm going to show you guys what we're going to do next. Once our bulkhead seal's on, then what we need to do is we need to take our front rail, which is the rail that's going to be up at the bulkhead, and we need to release the pin on this and take off one side of our rail. And then we have this channel in here, and what we're going to do with that channel is we're going to slide the bulkhead end of our tonneau cover, and that's the end that has the straps on it. We're going to slide this onto there. Now, it's essential, guys, when you put this on here, that you put it on literally upside down, because when you get it on and in place, this is going to roll over, and I'll show you here in just a second once we get it slid on here why we want to make sure we do it that way. Because once we add this onto the truck, what's going to happen is this is going to spin around and it's going to sit like that, so that way your cover rolls out like it's supposed to. So you got that on place, all in place, ready to go. The next thing we're going to do then is we're going to put our framework together, guys. And what we want to do is take our side rails, and you can see how the side rail has a slope on it, and that slope is actually going to match up with the slope of your tailgate bar. And so we're going to put this on here like so. That one, and we have the other one from the other side. Okay, once we have those together, then we can add the one that has a cover on it to the rails. Alright, that side's on. Once we have this all together, then we're ready to set this up on the truck, and we're ready to start attaching our clamps to hold this on. So, okay, now you can do this one of two ways. I like to leave this paper on here till I get it up on the truck, just so that way I don't accidentally do something to scratch my truck. Or you can take it off if you're confident before you put it up here. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to slide this back just a little bit here and peel this paper off underneath this rail. And then do the same thing on the side ones. just flex up and let us slide them back. Just gonna grab it, peel it out of there. Okay guys, so we've got everything all adjusted out, ready to go and ready to put our clamps on. However, you may have noticed that there's a little bit of differences in your clamps. You'll have two clamps that you can see here are obviously longer than this one, and you also have two of the clamp mounts. You see here that this one's a little bit wider than the other ones. So what we're going to do then is the wider of these and the shorter one of these are going to go to the back. So we'll lay those off to the side so we don't get them mixed up. Okay, so what we're going to do then is we're going to just start in the center here because that's the easiest place for us to go. And we're not going to tighten anything up just yet. So you can see on our main clamp, it's got these little L-shaped hooks on it, sort of like a hook. What those are going to do is those are going to lock into the side rail, and it's easy to determine where they go because the side rails are marked for where the clamps go. So we're going to take this and we're just going to latch it right into there, and then we'll take one of our bottom clamp pieces and we're going to attach it right in here. Just like so. Make sure guys, here real quick before I get too far, that this orange, it's sort of kind of like a plastic piece, actually goes up underneath the lip of your bed rail, and you see the threaded hole. That's what's going to go up here for us to put our bolt into. So get that in there. Now, like I said, we're not going to tighten any of this stuff up just yet. We just want to attach it because we may want to actually move some of this around a little bit. I'm just going to tighten this down just enough that it holds it in place so it doesn't fall off. And then we'll do the front one, and the front one's just the same as the back one. Now a little tip for you guys, kind of pay attention when you're putting these clamps on, because on the underside of your bed rail here, where these bed rail caps are put on at the factory, there's tabs under here that actually snap through the top of the bed that holds that bed rail cover on. You want to make sure you don't accidentally get your clamp up on one of those and damage that. Alright, so that right there. And then we'll come back here, remember, on the back, guys, this is where we have the short one of these and the wide one of these. So let's put this on here. Second here. Bolt through. Just to hold everything in place. And there you go. Now we're going to go over and do the ones on the other side, and they're going to attach the same way as these do. We got all the brackets attached, and so that everything is where it's supposed to be. Something to keep in mind, however, because I know there can be a little bit of confusion about these brackets and what goes where. Okay, on these brackets, the parts that lock into your rails, you should have 4 of these that are short and 2 of these that are longer. Now the longer ones are going to go up on the front towards the cab. Now, and then of course the shorter 2 in the middle and towards the tailgate. Now there's also another little twist on this, is that the bracket mounts that go underneath that hold it to the truck itself. You're going to have 4 of those that are a little bit narrow and one that's a little bit wider. The wider ones go to the back by the tailgate. So you have 2 of these that are narrow, 1 wide, and then you'll have 2 of these that are short and 1 long. And if you set it up that way, everything should go together nicely and shouldn't have any problems. So we've got all that done. I just want to make sure that I've got everything spaced evenly like it should be. And then we're going to tighten all these down, and then I'm going to show you the next thing that we're going to do, and that's going to be attach the bolts. Okay guys, so At this point, we're ready to attach our crossbows. Now, these are pretty simple to figure out where they go because, fortunately for us, they're all marked cab, center, and tail, so we know which one goes where. Now, if you look at how these go on the ends of these, see there's like almost like an indent or a notch on the very tip of this. These are spring-loaded, and what they do is you can see on the clamp that you put on here, that has two different little pieces that stick out. Now what those are going to do, you're going to slide one of those right in here depending on which style you want to go with. The top one is going to be for a more performance style of look, and the bottom is going to give it a more sleek look on it. So we're going to actually put these on the bottom to go for the more beauty look of it. And get this on the one on the other side there. It's kind of almost like fishing. And put this one down here. It's important to make sure that you don't put it in between those little spots that stick out. They go actually on it like I was showing you there for now. And then we'll do the center one. And also guys, make sure you put them all on the same tab. Sitting there good. And then finally the rear one by the tailgate. And once we have these on in place, then we're ready to get our cover on our truck. Okay, so the easiest thing to do is take your tarp and actually unroll it back to the back of your truck. And then what we want to do is take and roll it in and underneath on the sides. And that's what's going to latch it in there. Just kind of go along and you kind of press down and then back up. And that's going to hook it into the groove that's on the side of this rail. And we'll do the other side here. Just going to pull and roll, more or less, a good way to put it, and it's going to lock it right up underneath this groove right here is where this edge is going, and that's what's going to hold our cover in place. Now we get to the back, a little bit different in the back, because we also have a little belt on it. So open this up. We're going to pull this around on the back side. That's what's going to give it a nice lockdown good look. And then we have a Velcro piece that's on the bottom of this. It goes right against that Velcro strip that you probably saw on that rail. Do the same thing on this one. There's a Velcro here too. Goes on just like that. And close her up. And there you go guys, that's how quick and easy it is to install the Extang Tuff tonneau onto your truck. So remember, until next time, happy motoring.